All right, so you've been seeing those Chevy Equinox EV ads everywhere, huh? Now you're here doing your research. Good instinct. This EV is generating a ton of buzz, and we're going to break down if it lives up to the hype.
Yeah, and what's got everyone talking is that Chevy's not just targeting this EV at the die-hard electric car fans. It's designed to appeal to, well, pretty much everyone.
Right. They're aiming for mass appeal here. And for most of us, the first thing we notice is looks.
Mm.
Chevrolet says they were going for expressive, athletic, and bold with the Equinox EV's design. So, did they nail it?
I think so. Those sporty proportions, the sleek lines, it definitely stands out from the crowd.
Yeah, it's definitely eye-catching. I'm seeing a lot of those classic SUV design elements, but with a modern, futuristic twist.
Exactly. And that's smart, right? It feels familiar but still fresh. Plus, they're offering different trims, the LT and the RS, so you can pick the one that best fits your style.
Yeah, options are always good. Speaking of style, let's talk about what's on the inside, because for me, especially with an EV, it's all about that tech and comfort.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Picture this. You open the door and you've got this spacious cabin that comfortably seats five. And then, boom, that massive 17.7-inch infotainment screen grabs your attention.
Whoa, 17.7 inches. That's like tablet size.
Basically, yeah, it's like having a giant smartphone integrated right into your dashboard.
Okay, now that's what I call an upgrade.
Well,
But what about the actual functionality? Does it have all the features I'd actually use?
this isn't just a screen, it's like mission control. We're talking Google built in, so Google Maps, Google Assistant, even the Play Store, it's all right there at your fingertips.
Okay, so if I need directions, want to change the music, or even make a hands-free call, it's all integrated.
Seamlessly.
Okay, now that's huge, especially for someone like me who relies on Google Maps for, well, pretty much everything. But let's be practical for a sec. Can I actually fit all my stuff in this thing?
You're asking me important questions, and the answer is a resounding yes. The Equinox EV has a really impressive amount of cargo space, up to 57.2 cubic feet with those rear seats folded down.
Okay, I'm sold. That's more than enough room for, well, anything I could need, really.
Hmm.
Road trip approved. But, those long drives can be rough. What about comfort features? Anything to make those hours on the road a little more enjoyable?
Yeah,
Because long drives are where comfort really makes or breaks the experience.
totally. And it sounds like Chevy put some real thought into this. You've got your available heated and ventilated seats. Stay cozy no matter what the weather throws at you.
Okay, those are pretty standard these days, I'd say. But anything above and beyond that?
Yep. How about a heated steering wheel?
Okay, now that's nice. Love a heated steering wheel, especially here in the Pacific Northwest where it gets chilly.
Right. And they even have a heated windshield wiper park feature.
Wait, a heated windshield wiper part feature? Okay, I'll admit, I did not know that was a thing. What does that even, how does that work?
It's designed to keep your wipers from freezing to the windshield in icy conditions. No more scraping.
Wow, okay, that's kind of genius. All right, so comfort check.
Yeah.
But the big question, the one I know is on everyone's mind with EVs not range, how far can I actually go on a single charge with this thing?
$1 million question for sure. And with the Equinox EV, you're looking at a pretty impressive EPA estimated range of 319 miles for the front wheel drive model.
319. Okay, that's farther than I thought, but I imagine that changes if you go for the all-wheel drive version.
You're right. All wheel drive usually takes a little bit of a hit on range. But even then, the Equinox EV still gets an estimated 285 miles.
285, not bad at all. That's still plenty for most people's daily needs. Okay, so range anxiety, somewhat quelled. But what about charging? This is the other biggie for people who are new to the EV world.
For sure, it can seem daunting at first, but Chevy's tried to make it pretty painless. For your everyday charging needs, there's standard level 2 AC charging. Think of it like charging your phone. Plug it in at night, wake up to a full battery.
So, no more frantic trips to the gas station. I like the sound of that. But what about those times when you do need a quick charge, say if you're on a road trip?
They've got you covered. The Equinox EV also comes with DC fast charging capability.
Fast charging, always music to my ears. How fast are we talking?
How about adding up to 77 miles of range in just 10 minutes?
77 miles in 10 minutes. Now that's impressive. It seems like they really thought about convenience here. Okay.
Right.
But let's be real. Range and charging aside, how fun is this thing to drive?
From what I've seen, Chevy was going for that sweet spot between practicality and driving enjoyment.
Okay, but give me the details. What's under the hood?
All right, so the standard front-wheel drive model gets you 213 horsepower, but if you're looking for a little more oomph, the EAWD version bumps you up to 288 horsepower and 333 pound-feet of torque.
Okay, so it's not just about saving the planet. It's about having some fun while you do it. I can get behind that. Anything else in the way of cool driving features that we should know about?
Absolutely. One thing that sticks out is the one-pedal driving feature.
One pedal driving. I've heard that term thrown around, but to be honest, I'm not entirely sure what it means.
Basically, you can accelerate and slow down using just the accelerator pedal.
Wait, really? So how does braking work?
When you lift your foot off the accelerator, the car automatically starts regenerating energy back to the battery, which slows you down smoothly.
Whoa, okay, so you don't even really use the brake pedal.
You can if you need to come to a complete stop quickly, but for gradual slowing and stopping, you can do it all with just one pedal. It's pretty slick.
That's wild. And efficient, right?
Exactly. Okay, so we've covered style, we've talked tech, range, charging, even how it feels behind the wheel. But let's wrap things up by talking safety. Because at the end of the day, that's what matters most, right?
Absolutely. Safety is non-negotiable, and it seems like Chevrolet went above and beyond to make the Equinox EV super safe.
All right,
We're talking a whole suite of standard safety features.
Okay, so like beyond the basics, what kind of safety tech are we talking about here?
Well, for starters, you've got the Chevy Safety Assist package.
Which include, okay, so that's got your automatic emergency braking, forward collision alert, front pedestrian braking, lane keep assist, lane departure warning.
Okay, so it's going to help you stay in your lane, avoid collisions.
Exactly. It's like having a co-pilot watching out for you. Plus, it has following distance indicator and IntelliBeam automatic high beams.
Okay, so it's looking out for you no matter what the driving situation is.
Right, and it doesn't stop there.
There's more.
Oh, yeah. On top of all that, you've got rear park assist, reverse automatic braking, safety alert seat, rear cross traffic braking, blind zone steering assist, and even adaptive cruise control.
Okay, so the Equinox EV is practically taking over the driving for you at that point. I mean, in a good way.
It's all about giving you that extra peace of mind.
Right.
Right. And speaking of peace of mind, let's talk about Super Cruise.
Ah, yes. Super Cruise. The stuff of legend. That hands-free driving technology, is that available on the Equinox EV?
You know it. It is available on certain trims. Of course, it's important to remember that even with Super Cruise, you always have to stay alert and be ready to take control if you need to. But for those long stretches on the highway, total game changer.
Right. Talk about making those road trips a whole lot more relaxing. Okay, so we've covered a lot here. We've talked about the Equinox EV style, the tech, the impressive range, the charging options, those awesome driving features, and of course, the safety features. But let's be real, what's the price tag look like for all of this?
Okay, you ready for this?
Hit me.
The starting MSRP for the 2024 Chevy Equinox EV is just $34,995.
Wait, $34,995? Seriously, for all of that?
Yep, that's less than a lot of gas-powered SUVs these days.
That is incredible. It really seems like Chevy's trying to make EV ownership accessible to everyone.
Absolutely. And with gas prices always all over the place, going electric is looking more and more appealing, right?
For sure. You're not only doing your part for the environment, but you're potentially saving a ton of money in the long run. So for anyone listening who's thinking about making the switch to electric, I'd say the Chevy Equinox EV is definitely worth a serious look. And if you're here in the Newberg, Oregon area,
Head on down to Newberg Chevrolet. They'll take great care of you.
exactly, they can answer all your questions, walk you through all the trims and options, even help you figure out the whole home charging situation.
It can seem like a big decision, making the switch to an EV, but the team at Newberg Chevrolet makes it easy.
Well said. They're the experts. All right, folks, that's it for this deep dive on the 2024 Chevy Equinox EV. We hope you learned a ton. And who knows, maybe we'll see you cruising around Newberg in your very own Equinox EV soon.